你好, welcome to Ask Andy. In this video, our topic is how to translate English names to Chinese literally. I'm going to answer 3 questions. Question number 1, English names versus Chinese names. It's a big topic, so my focus is names of people. So I'm going to compare English names and Chinese names to answer the question, what's the difference between English names and Chinese names? Question number 2, what are the similar, different, and funny transliterations, and why? So I'm going to show you those similar, different, and funny transliterations. For sure, I'm going to answer why. Question number 3. How to translate English names to Chinese literally. So I'm going to show you how to do that later. Question number 1. English names versus Chinese names. This is a typical English name, Jim Allen Green. So we have Jim as the first name. Allen is the middle name. Green is the surname. What about Chinese names? So let's see this one. Bruce Lee. I think you know this guy, right? The Kung Fu master, Bruce Lee. What is his Chinese name? His Chinese name is Li Xiaolong. Li Xiaolong. What we can see is Chinese names, we're going to write them with characters. We have pinyin here, but we're going to write Chinese names in characters for sure. What we can see is this Li, see? The surname we have in Chinese names, we are going to have it at the very beginning. And the given name, we have it like in the end. So actually, we don't really have given name. What we have is created name. Why do I say that? Because 小 means small or little. 龙 is a dragon. So each character, we have its own meaning. So actually, together, it means something. It means little dragon. Oh, here's another thing I need to clarify. 龙 is a dragon. In Western culture, dragon is something evil. But in Chinese culture, dragon is an auspicious animal which symbolizes power and strength. So what we can see is his name, we have surname first and given name or created name later. So you see that the order is different and we write in characters. So right now, basically, you can see the difference. Let's move on. So what are the similar transliterations? So let's see this one. These ones. So first one is my name. So Andy in Chinese is Andy. Andy. So Angela. 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 Bella. 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 Benjamin. 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 So you're going to say, oh, it's so easy. They're similar. But actually, these ones are selected ones. So they have to have these 2 conditions. So basically, condition 1 is bisyllable or trisyllable English names. Why is that? Why is something like that? Because in Chinese, most of our names would be bisyllable or trisyllable. And then number 2, no syllables ending with a consonant except N. Why? Why do we have the one like the except N? Because we also have like N. See, we also have N. We also have N in Chinese. So the thing is, it must be similar to Chinese names. That's why these ones are the similar transliterations. Let's move on. So question number 2. So what are the different transliterations? Actually, that's part 2. What are the different transliterations? So see, these ones. Aaron. 亚伦. 亚伦. Adam. 亚当. 亚当. Alexander. 亚历山大. 亚历山大. What can we learn from these names? So, point 1. So letter A is going to be transliterated into ya. So that's the conclusion. Conclusion A. 1. So this one, Carol, that is 卡尔, 卡尔. Charles, 查尔斯, 查尔斯. Daniel, 丹尼尔, 丹尼尔. Michelle, 米歇尔, 米歇尔. Point 2. Letter L would be transliterated into R. Brian, 布莱恩, 布莱恩 Bruce 布鲁斯 Harry 哈利 Richard 理查德 Robert 罗伯特 Point 3. R will be translated into L. So let's see some female names, girls' names. Erica 艾丽卡 Grace 格雷斯 Laura 劳拉 Mary 玛丽 Rebecca 丽贝卡 The same point. These ones. Victoria 维多利亚 Vivian 薇薇安 Ivanka 伊万卡 Kevin 凯文 Vincent 文森特 Point 4. Letter V would be transliterated into W. Why? Because letter V doesn't exist in Chinese alphabet. We believe W, so the pronunciation is U. That one is similar to V, so we are going to have the W here in the place of V. Gabriel 加布里埃尔 Peggy 佩吉 So point 5. Letter G, that will be G, similar in pronunciation. That's why I'm telling you that is transliteration. John 约翰 Johnny 约翰尼 Joseph 约瑟夫 So point 6. Letter J would be transliterated into 约 These ones. Sarah 莎拉 Sam 山姆 Steve 史蒂夫 Susan 苏珊 Lisa 丽莎 Point 7. Letter S would be transliterated into SH sometimes. So, Celine 西林 Lucy 露西 Simon 西蒙 Point 8. C or S, so that's the pronunciation. S would be transliterated into X in Chinese. X in Chinese, the pronunciation is 西 Alex 亚历克斯 Chris 克里斯 Douglas 道格拉斯 Justin 贾斯汀 Oscar 奥斯卡 Point 9. Consonant clusters in pronunciation would turn into 2 syllables. What does this mean? See? X. So in English we have X. So we don't have those consonant clusters in Chinese. So what we do is make this X into 克斯 2 syllables. And Chris, So we are going to make it into 克里. So Chris is 克里斯 Alex is 亚历克斯 Let's move on. Eric 埃里克 Jack 杰克 Kate 凯特 Mike 麦克 Philip 菲利普 Tom 汤姆 Point 10. The ending consonants will be transliterated with an extra vowel, except N. I explained why. The exception is N. So see, Eric. So this K, Jack, and Kate. So we are going to have an extra vowel like K, T, and P. We have Pu, and then M. So we have Mu. Why? I already explained why in my previous videos, because the Chinese are not used to pronounce like a syllable finishing with a consonant without a vowel. So you can refer to my previous videos to know these things, to make it clearer. So Adam, 亚当, David, 大卫, Elizabeth, 伊丽莎白, Edward, 爱德华, William, 威廉. Point 11. The ending consonants may be omitted sometimes. So, what are the funny transliterations? Funny ones, let's see. So this one. So, Ben. So, it sounds like a ben. Stupid. So, it's not a good one. Jane. So, 捡. It sounds like 捡, to pick up. Joe. 桥. It sounds like bridge, 桥. And then Ken. So 啃. It sounds like to bite and eat. So the conclusion is, so monosyllable English names may be funny in transliterations. So that's all. And then right now, let's try it out. So how to translate English names to Chinese literally? Let's try it out with these ones, with these real names. First one, Bill Gates. How do we do that? So I highlight L and TS. So Bill, O, S. Remember those ones I mentioned? So it is 比尔盖茨. And then Warren Buffett. So I highlighted R and T. It is 沃伦巴菲特. Mark Zuckerberg. It is 马克扎克伯格. Larry Page. So I highlighted Re. So that is 拉里佩奇. Gary V. It is 家里威. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. 再见.